Hi, I'm Jelani Sowers, and this is Crunch Labs by Mark Rubin. This is a tech toy box. It comes every month with a subscription, and inside is a unique assortment of STEM toys. I haven't seen what's inside yet. I'm gonna open it up and see if I can come up with $1 million business idea. Enjoy. We got some instructions. This is something I have to build. Foam balls. Yeah, it looks like this is going to be the meat and potato. Some foam stickers. Okay. So these are the balls we're going to be launching. Okay. Pieces. Fashion. One more ball. So it looks like there's a little QR code. New video unlocked. Let's see.
Welcome back to Crunch Labs. I'm Mark Rober, and today we're going to be talking about the chain reaction catapult and all the juicy engineering nuggets that go along with it. And I've just got to say, I am so stoked about this one because people often ask me, like, when did I think?
First time trying to build this, didn't go out the best. I'll show you how it works. If I force it, I can make something happen. But luckily, the box actually comes with enough materials to make about 3 of these. So, alright, that's cool. And then that's how it should work. And change this dial and it's a different trajectory. So now I know the theme is catapults. So I have to think of what is a potential business idea that we can deliver with the theme catapult. So usually I think of these things in a triangle, and I know that this is need. So how can catapults deliver food, water, shelter, and safety, forgive my handwriting, better than anything else? And my immediate thought is using catapults to launch resources and maybe like transportation, but people are already afraid of planes. I don't think, even if the math was perfect and we knew that this was like working well and probably even a lot very energy efficient, right? By comparison, I don't think it's selling well. Using catapults to launch things. So the next thing is, if we're not talking about needs, then we could be talking about connections. So telephones are in this vein, televisions, radios, Facebook, Instagram, social media kinds of things. Building relationships with people. How can we use catapults to build relationships with people? Actually, I can think of sports and games being a way to build relationships with people. Then when you go higher, you talk about esteem and realization / discovery. But I think actually focusing on people's having fun with each other is a good way. So probably the best way to think about this next is, what are some examples today of something unconventional being used to create something fun? First thing that comes to mind for me is actually Rocket League. I've been playing a lot of Rocket League lately. I think it's having a lot of fun. I was just wondering, like, what if we used vehicles to play other sports? So Rocket League has soccer. How can we turn, specifically because we have the catapult that's good at launching things in the air, Rocket League basketball? So, here's the idea I came up with. This is called catatanks. Essentially, I'm kind of thinking of like, think of like Rocket League, but you're playing as tanks shooting catapults at each other. So probably the base game instead of soccer would be maybe something similar to basketball, dodgeball, capture the flag, something a little bit more attacking other people. So that's why I have like PvP, that victory-based gameplay is really going into the aspect of you can win by either defeating the other player or by like capturing their base. So you have different options. I think that'll really like increase the amount of player expression. And so my background links into the elemental thing. I think when you think of tanks, usually you're thinking of basically big, vast open field, maybe in the middle of the desert. But if I could, I think it would be more interesting for it like to be like a fire-based tank or a water-based tank, ice-based tank, plant-based tank, and like have those like different kinds of like abilities at play. And so that really like brings to mind like a bit of more nature. So I kind of do like a forest in here, like a river going through, and maybe game design wise, I think that's a little more interesting, and also like it would present some specific challenges, like because you're in a tank, maybe even offer the ability to get out of the tank and go gather things and get in. But ultimately, I want to keep it simple. This box right here is all about the different kinds of things that I definitely know that I'm going to need for coding this. And so I know I'm going to need rigid kinematic bodies for the tanks and to move it. I know that I want the ball to be physics-based so that it can collide with things, right? And then I also know that when the ball is actually inside of the catapult, I want to lock it there and then let it go. So then if I'm going to lock it there, I'm going to need to input a function to calculate what the actual realistic velocity would be. So there's going to be a little bit of math going in. How fast were you going? What is the final launch angle? And then inputting that into the ball so that it can launch how you do. So this is pretty much the blueprint, the storyboard, the design document of the game that I'm going to be working off of. I found this method to be very helpful. So, what do you think of the idea? Would you play the game? Let us know in the comments below. And we're going to be making a video like this every month, so make sure to slash that like and subscribe button, turn on notifications, and we're going to see you next month. And also, make sure that you grab the Crunch Labs Tech Crate so that you can play along with us.